Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Today is episode number 281 on my journey to 1800 ELO. So, if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how your day is going and what you think of today's game. And yeah, we're going to get right into it. Let's go. Alright, turn some music on. Alright, here we go. It is early on a Saturday morning. I don't typically play in the mornings, so we'll see how this goes. We are playing a Sicilian against my friend from Germany, and we're going to play a Dragon Sicilian. He's playing the main line, which is pretty cool. So here we get our knight out. If he pushes, we take. He is playing literally the main line, which is pretty cool. We're going to play g6, bishop g7. So I can't take the pawn. Could get my bishop here. So I think the whole point is that he's going to put his queen here next, and like I'm basically going to have to trade off the bishop, is I suppose the entire point. If I do this, he just goes here, surely. That's okay, we'll play bishop g7 and castle. He's probably going to play queen d2 and castle queenside. He doesn't. Interesting. So I think bishop to c4 is just a better all-around move. So if I play this, what is he gonna do? He might castle kingside, which is not really what you're supposed to do. I could see queen d2 here being one of his moves. Alright, so I'm wondering if I can just straight up play this. He's kind of allowed me to do it, and he castled kingside as well. And d5 is one of the moves you just kind of want to be able to play. I could also maybe even play a move like e5, but I don't like really allowing any of his pieces to do anything. I think this knight needs to come out. That's pretty typical, and I am a little underdeveloped, so I'm gonna get this knight out. If he takes, we'll take back. All right, so he does take, which again, I don't think that's the best way to go about things by him, but it's okay. So if I play h6, it's kind of a weakening move. But where does he go? Maybe he takes. I think putting a rook on this file is a good move. This bishop, I think I want to end up putting on e6. I don't know, maybe we haven't decided yet. It's going to be one of my last pieces to move. Alright, he is defending ye old pawn. Now, I like that his bishop and knight are kind of restricted by this pawn right now. I want to play, I think I want to get in like e6, d5 sort of things. This just pins my knight to my bishop, so maybe I can ask the bishop if it wants to stay here or not, and if I have to, we could play a move like h5 in the future, if he makes the battery. Alright, he goes back. I don't have this move or anything, which kind of, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But he is attacking this pawn, which is weak. I can start throwing this pawn down the board, maybe. I don't really want to play here. I could also just push this pawn. That allows him to get his knight in. But it also gives me maybe a square for my bishop. I like it. It does kind of like lock down the position of his dark squared bishop. If he does this, we'll play h5. Probably. I don't want him to win the pawn. I think d5 is not a bad move in this position. Alright, so he moves his bishop here. Not really certain what's going on with that. Maybe he wants to push. Push the pawn. I mean, that makes sense, right? If I do this, he just goes all the way back, right? So maybe we don't want that. If I do this, he just pushes by. Is that what's going on? If he pushes, I take. Could just do this. And we're really binding up his position. But it blocks my dark squared bishop. If I move my knight back here, it opens up my bishop, which is kind of cool. If I push and he pushes, I don't think I like that. This does just kind of lock everything up, but it makes my bishop terrible. If I draw back here and he pushes, I can take then. Maybe that's not a terrible move. I don't know. I'm moving. I haven't developed my light squared bishop, but I'm still not sure where I want to put it. So maybe if I play this and he plays that, I can just do. No, I can't. Yeah, I could do that. He takes and then I take. Pushes, takes. So if I play e6, he plays e5, and I play here, he could take, I take, he takes. I wouldn't be able to take back. That would be terrible. I'm going to attack the bishop. This is not really like what I'm supposed to be doing, I don't think, but we're going to play it like this. Now I can definitely put the bishop here. Bishop here, I guess, is what he's trying to do. I don't know. He's moving his bishop quite a lot of times. Okay, this is a loose piece. I can put some pressure on like this, and it might even allow me to win a pawn. I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be a weak pawn for me. I might have to defend. If he does this, takes. If he goes here, I'm happy to actually trade a rook for 2 pieces, I think. He is playing fast, and I'm low on time, so I need to be careful. Let's drink some coffee. All right. So this. That hangs this pawn. This attacks the bishop. He'd have to move back again, which is getting kind of fun to push his pieces back like that. What do we want to do? If I just take the no. Yeah, I don't know what we want to do with that. If I push this pawn, he takes, I take. Push, takes, hold on, what am I talking about? Push, takes. Yeah, I can't do that. Ridiculous. I'm not sure what to play. Probably getting this rook into the action is maybe a decent move. Here. We'll put the rook on this file. Because I think I might try and push this. What the heck? So that allows me to jump in here. Also allows just this. Boom. He just drops back. Then we go boom. He plays here. We takes. I'm gonna attack the bishop. I have half the amount of time of my opponent. So the idea was to play knight to f4. Is that good? I mean, maybe. If he takes, I think I'll be okay taking with the pawn. That's fine. It'll open up my bishop and actually be devastating to him. If he plays this, I even have moves like this. Okay, he's going for tradesies. My queen is hit. She could take this. I could do this with check if I want to. And then win this pawn. If I take, he takes. Let's take with check. And I'll try and win a pawn and just keep up the good work if I can. So if I take this pawn, he's going to play this. I can take that. Okay. He'll win this, but that's okay. We'll win all the other pawns, I think. So he'll get this pawn back. I can't take that. Don't have very many moves here, actually. This keeps eyes on everything. I can't go here because the queen. Can't go here, can't go here. Can't take, can't go here. Can't go here, can't go here. So basically I have this move and this move, and this one attacks the rook, and he's got to deal with that. So he'd have to move the bishop. We'll do it like this. Rook's hit, pawn's hit, a bunch of different ways. All right. We'll take. So we've won his queen side. Do I want to take with the queen, or what do I want to do? Probably taking with the rook is better. Take with the queen, what does he do? I'm going to take with the queen. I don't know. I don't think this is that much worse. I want to keep my rooks connected, at least for the moment. I'm a little uncomfortable with all these pieces being on the board. So he's attacking this pawn. I'm going to bring my queen back to help defend. I have a move like this if I have to. We have 2 passed pawns. I should probably just invest in pushing these pawns. Well, I have 1 passed pawn. That's all I need. I'm going to put the rook behind the pawn and just push the pawn. Okay. He wants to double, which is fine. I'll double as well. We'll start walking the king over. So if I push this, he takes, I take, he takes. Am I okay with that? I don't know. Kind of opens up the position a lot. I'm gonna walk the king forward, right up in there if I can. Could play this, takes, check. I'm really bad at endgames. I'm up 2 pawns though. This, takes. I have 5 minutes. I should be able to calculate. This should be completely winning for me, but I'm very poor at playing endgames. Probably best for him to not take and just like leave it and let me do something, but he's got lots of time to calculate this, so he could play king d3 maybe right now. My bishop is sad, boy. Sad. I still, after all this time of staring at the board, I still don't know what I should be playing. I do need to study endgames. I've lost a few games here recently due to endgames. I don't want to sit here for 2 minutes if that's what it's going to be. I definitely don't think he should have resigned, because he didn't resign, but hopefully he didn't just abandon the game and move on. Well, in a way, I'm kind of happy if he did, because I'm so nervous to play this endgame. Oh, he's back. Booger. I'm gonna take. Could push by. Could take. He takes. And then he's got this, like, stronghold on my king, and I wouldn't be able to walk through. Which he kind of does anyways right now, right? If I play this, and he takes, I take, he plays this, I can just back up again. Then a file is opened up. And this pawn becomes weak. He offers me a draw. I don't know how to play for a draw. I'm going to try to play. So, if I do this, this pawn is forever weak, and I can probably win it. He might end up winning this then. If I do this, he does that. I play here, he takes, I take. I have a lot of pawns. We're going to play like this. I don't know if I'm going to push this or not, now that I look at it. But this pawn is weak now. I can maybe start trying to put pressure on it. I don't see how he defends it other than moving a rook. And if he moves that rook, maybe I'm making weaknesses that I don't need. This takes, rook here, king here. I could start getting in. We'll just go for it. I don't know. I'm not sure how to play these kind of games. So we have a big pin on this pawn, which is kind of obnoxious. I guess he wants to walk here. I do kind of have 2 pawns I could start pushing now. So if I move here, he goes here. I go here. Goes here. So tough. So tough. I'm gonna try that though. This is double defended right now. If he does anything, he can't walk forward. It unpin. Ooh, I should have done this rook. I did use the wrong rook. So he might walk in now, which is kind of troublesome. I'm gonna walk my king forward. If he does this, I can take the rook. Alright. He double defends it again. I wish I had switched my rooks, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it feels like a draw. Do I want to accept it? I guess so. I don't really have any good moves. We just drew. I don't know if that was the way to go about it, but he offered me a draw twice. I accepted it in the end. Funny enough, black is quite a lot better here. Okay. So I just didn't understand why he wouldn't take this. I guess it's not the end of the world, but I thought this, he takes, I don't know. I mean, huh. Anyways, let's go to the full screen. I outplayed my opponent that game for sure. Played with 87.9% accuracy. The opponent played with 85.9. You guys see it was a pretty even game for most of the game. I eventually caught an advantage and stuck with it for the whole game and just didn't really know how to go from there. So I want to go back to where this got a little wild for me because he played in weird ways. So the opening went fine. Sorry, I'm going backwards. It's kind of weird. So he played like almost the exact like normal opening. The bishop coming here is kind of weird. I mean, this pawn's already defended by the knight. It's not like I'm threatening to actually take it. So that was a weird move. Bishop to c4 I think is more normal. But other than that, we played pretty well in the opening. So d5 right away. I was saying that I think that I could just play d5. And this is, I think, the moment when I was saying that. And we can. So let me go back to big board. Sorry, guys. So he traded my knight instead, and I liked what we had here. It's like completely equal, but we're doing pretty good. This was inaccurate, so just not fearing this at all because it'll open up my bishop's line of sight, and yeah, I mean here, I mean it is scary because my rook's right here, and then his bishop gets here, but I think after just moving the rook, or like let's. So it's not even saying for him to. Interesting. Yeah, it's not even really saying that he's going to push the pawn, so maybe that wasn't his idea. To me, that's what it looked like he wanted to do, was push the pawn. But the computer thinks that bringing the rook to the file is just the move, and then maybe pushing. So I thought, hey, let's attack things. The knight's hanging. If he moves the knight, I win the a-pawn. He defended the knight. I brought the rook over, which is kind of silly. I should have just... I knew the bishop had moved a ton of times, and this just helps me, and I do want to put my knight there. Yeah, I don't know. I should have gone for something like that, just quicker. I let him play h4, which is fine. So we took here. This was a complicated moment. I guess him taking is better, like that, and then I take the bishop, and then this is just better for me. If he takes, I take, and I mean we're starting to get some things going. If he does take here too, this file becomes open. Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been better. I should have probably calculated something like that. However, we took the knight with check. He takes back. I won the pawn, and we're just straight up better here. So what's the best move here? So it was this square. I'm about to say I really only had 2 squares, but I liked this one because it put pressure on the rook. But I guess this is better because I'm not really forking 2 pawns because this one is defended by the queen, and but this one is triple attacked right now. Like I have my rook and my queen and my bishop staring at it, so that would have been a 1 pawn regardless. But I liked what I did. This didn't need to happen right away. The pawn's not going anywhere. h5 would have been pretty ideal. I like the position here. Like if we just stop right here and look at the position, like I love my position. I felt like I was better here, and I was confident about it. So we took, he takes, I take. Was taking with the queen the best move? Yeah, it was. Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't take with the rook. I liked this because it defended everything. Taking the queen is the best move. And we did something silly where I just moved my rook back over. I should have just played h5 and taken space and try to put some pressure on this pawn. We're in the end game, and I have this formation in the center of the board. I should be able to crush, but I had trouble pushing my pawns. Like, so taken was not the move here, and I should have. I wanted to get my bishop onto this square to put pressure here because he has no way to defend. And I should have just stayed calm because I do want him to take. Like, I don't want to capture. And I kept saying that, but I ended up taking anyways, and it really just made my position hard to deal with. Inaccurate here. Coming down here to put a threat and just to get in would have been the best way to go about things. I think that's a brilliant idea that I didn't have. This was a mistake. Coming back needed to happen. My only issue was that I guess it's not a big issue. This is cool now, actually, because I actually get in here and I win this. So he kept offering a draw. I'm completely crushing here. Shouldn't have done it, but it's okay. I was having trouble finding the win, and I think my king is on the wrong side of the board right here. So, I mean, I chose to go that way, but I think that trying to win this pawn was just needed to happen, and we can just keep the tension here. Yeah, I don't know. We tried, guys. Played like a 1750. Let's go back to this. 1750. They played like a 1650, and it was a decent game today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will catch you guys tomorrow. See you then.